Hello everyone, it's Rita here, and I thought I would just come in and show you how to make this little envelope. It's not a journal, it's more of a notebook kind of thing. It's only a few pages, but I saw Kathy at Kathy's Garden make it. I've seen other people make it, and it just looked like fun to me. So this envelope, I could not use the long and skinny one because the ones I have are not the V type flap. They're this type, and I thought, well, I could glue something on there to make it a V, but then I can't get really into this pocket. So I said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do a regular pocket. And what I did to this is it's got paper stuck from the coffee dyeing. So what I decided, this was a white envelope and I had to coffee dye it, so I did that yesterday and left it all night, and I did put a stencil on it and sprayed it, and this is the design I got. Okay, but you know, I did the concept like I showed you last week, but this time I let it air dry and I think it worked pretty good. Okay, so what we need is an envelope, and you're probably going to want something as big as this. Let's see, let me see what this one is. Yeah, so it's like a 5 by 7, I think. Let me check. It's a 5 by 8. 5 by 8. So, whatever size you want to use, you can. I just picked this size. So what I'm going to do first is try to line the inside of here. This is actually going to be the cover, but we'll have paper glued onto here too. So let me just find something to put in. I've been using, trying to use this book. This book here is one that Kathy sent. She sent several of them, and this is the one I've been kind of using lately. I don't think I've even touched the other ones, so I'm just going to use this one of these pages. You can use a digital, you can use whatever you want to put in here. It's just to make it look good on the inside. I'm trying to think, do I want the lettering to go to read like this? I suppose would be better. Okay, so I'm just gonna fold this up and then I can rip it off. I found the coolest, that wasn't very straight. Let's try again. I don't know how far I'll get on this video. I just decided to come in here. I have been on the phone all day, and with my sister. She lives in Michigan, and she's off today, and she couldn't mow the lawn because it's raining. So she decides to call me. But we had a nice talk. Oh, I want this all the way up here. Darn it. Let's see. All right, we're going to put it in this way. All right. I'm going to have to glue that. I can see that. Come on, let's go in there. Could have made it a little smaller. That's pretty snug. All right, so I'm going to leave this paper, the back side of this, to here, I think. Okay, or no. I don't think she glued it to this, because I remember her saying that it didn't have to get covered, this part. All right. See if I can even remember how to do it. I'm so bad. Okay. Okay, all I'm gonna do is put a glue a little bit inside of here. And that is gonna hold that paper in place. It's not gonna come out. I'm gonna actually put a little glue on here because I think we could still get into the envelope. Okay. Oh, and I also did a extra little fold there, 1/8 of an inch. Kathy didn't do that. You don't have to, I guess. But I was afraid if I put maybe too many pages in it, I wouldn't be able to fold it over. So let's see. She did not. Yeah, she did not glue this to there. So I'm going to get another paper and hold on, I wanted to get something that had that's just too dark. I want something. I wonder if I could, what would happen if I use this? It's kind of pretty, that blue color. Let's see. Well, I don't know. It seems, okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Kathy, what did you do? Because I'm not doing it right. Because I remember she glued this flap down to this first page, but she also had another page behind here. So I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's just, I guess, glue it to this. It's not going to hurt, I don't think. Whoops, I don't want that color. I'm just going to use a little of this old paper color, Tim Holtz. Actually, I wanted to go around this part too. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm just hanging in there. They have changed my surgery date to July 15th, if anybody wanted to know that. And it's okay. I just have to wait a little longer. And it turned out to be better for my daughter in the long run. Because summertime, they're so busy, you know. The kids are all going somewhere. Their vacations and just stuff. Kid stuff. Although my kids never went anywhere. They were little. I don't know about you guys, but when our kids were little, they just went outside and played, and they went to the park and went to Parks and Rec. Now they have to be going to a aquarium or a zoo or some amusement thing. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I like this page on here, and I kind of really wanted something a little bit brighter, but all that paper I cut, let's see, I might be able to, well, now that I don't have to use a page, let me see about this one. That might be good. Yeah, let's try. Okay, I want to probably get that word in. So I am going to trim this down. I always think I have it all figured out, and then when I go to do it, I don't. And this was supposed to be like for a tall envelope, which I just didn't have the right one. So I'm just going to cut this in case it shows somewhere. Okay, so I can let a little of this paper show. Okay, I want it to come right to here. It'll turn out. In the end, it will turn out. Okay. Did I mark that? Let me make sure, because I don't want it to. Yeah, I thought I did. You know, it's funny because I never see that I'm marking it in a black spot. I don't know. Okay, now let's ink this because we're going to glue it down. Going to glue that, and that'll make it a little sturdier too for this page to turn. All right. It's pretty hot and humid here. I don't know if you guys have got this humidity going on or heat. Where's my glue book? It's always under everything. So yeah, it's muggy, so my air is running quite a bit because it's not that I need it so much cool, but I need to get that humidity under control because I can't stand it. And it just seems like it came very early this year, but which means we'll have it a lot longer. Oh, that glue stick is gluey. I think maybe I should have left that wording at the bottom. It would have been nice. Oh well. Okay, where's the dry one? I think I have a dry one. Okay, I have a cloth here. Okay, it's still pretty sticky, but it's okay, really, because I'm going to glue this down. Okay, so yes, I'm going to glue this down, and that will be our cover. I'm wondering if that's going to be okay. I think I'll just glue here and here. And we're going to decorate this part too, just not yet. So as soon as the air goes off, it just went off. I'm going to put some in here too. As soon as the air goes off, like the humidity just runs right in. I'm going to try to give that a little bit of... It's kind of bubbly from being coffee dyed. Okay, what do you think, guys? You know, you can't tell me. Okay. Now for the papers inside. So we have this pocket here for a journal spot. But, oh, I wanted to put this inside in there. Oh, darn it. Oh, I don't think I can get it up. Oh, well. Figure out a different place for it. I was just going to put it inside here, just to give it like this. I don't really like this anyway, so that's probably a good thing. Okay, and then, so now we need papers in here. So I was pulling out some stuff that I had. And this, I thought I could use this in the center here and make pockets on both sides. I'm hoping if that'll look okay or not. And this here is kind of, well, it's got all this writing on it. And it also has smudging, you know, from the guys at the shop. This was from a ledger at an auto parts store. So I'm going to glue this over that page at the top. And I'm not quite sure how it's going to look, but oops, pulled off more than one page. But when, do I want that at the top? I mean, this is not for a needlecraft person, but I mean, it has a little of that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's check this again. This one looks kind of chunky looking. I think I'm going to do this side. You could do book page or digitals, or, you know, well, you don't even have to cover this if you don't want. It's because I have a ledger that has a bad page, and I, instead of, you know, not using it, I decided I would and just cover it up. You don't like to lose any of these old ledger papers or anything. You want to make sure you use them. Oh, and this one I didn't ink around it. I didn't ink around that side. Okay. So now if I want to put this in here, we're going to sew a signature in this, and I'm thinking that I could make pockets on each side, or I mean just maybe a tuck here. I hope it doesn't look too plain. Maybe I could put a piece of lace on it. Or I do have that I cut out of the kits, like butterflies. That might look kind of nice in there. So I could put those on after I glue it down. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so also I'm thinking, I was thinking to round these corners and leave these square, or around, and I have this punch here that punches these little corners, and I thought maybe I would put these on, like 2 of them, either the front or, I mean, up at the top or the bottom. Yeah, I think it might look better if I put them at the bottom. Get another one to punch. When you punch this, it doesn't feel like you're punching. It's probably because it embosses at the same time. I don't remember where I bought that. I must have got it on Amazon. Because a lot of times I want a corner, but I don't necessarily want, like if I wanted to hide something that was, you know, maybe the corner was a little raggedy or something. Then, let's see, did I do that wrong? I probably did. Oh, I don't know. This is god awful. That green. And I like green, but okay. I think on this one I'm gonna glue just the top part and then come back and glue the back part. I think it'll fit better. I am so shaky lately, guys. I don't know. It must be my sugar or something. Come on. You get glue on this black, it's not very pretty. Because it shows. Okay, now let me round this corner. That's a, wonder if I should have rounded it a little bit more. Is this Exon Oxide? But this is another one that turns like a different color. Like here, when it's on this ink, this green, it's kind of turned to a beigey, ugly color. Okay, so I'm going to just glue this on here. I love this part. So I guess I'll just glue the bottom. Okay, just glue this bottom part. And then I'm gonna fold this. Oops. This side you can write on. And I'm going to glue down this fold a little bit. Actually, I was going to bend that edge over, but I forgot to do it. Okay, I just got to eyeball center. Oh, I don't want to go low. I'm having a good day with the glue. All right, so I put 2 journal cards in there. as a tuck. Okay. Now, let's see, I think I was going to use this for a page, but I don't think I need to now because I have these other ones. So then I have some onion skin paper. This is just, it's kind of a purple color, but I just wanted some kind of crunchiness in there. And then I have a plain that coffee dye on the edge. Just do this a little bit. So I don't think that she put, you know, I'm not sure if I watched the whole entire video. I probably watched it, but I didn't pay attention. And I don't remember her adding pockets or anything. So I don't know if we will or won't. This little paper here. And then I have this tissue. My friend gave me this, and I don't know what it is because it was on a big roll, and it's kind of like parchment paper, but it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't feel like parchment paper. So it must be some kind of deli wrap, but I like the feel of it. Okay. So let's see here. This is what I liked, was that, you know, the papers are not as big as the cover is smaller than some of the papers on the edges. So I'm just wondering if I need to cut any of these down, though. This one looks to be a little out of proportion to me. How much time have I spent? Not very much. Okay, so now we need to find something to look nice on here, but we're gonna sew the signature in, and I'm trying to think. I don't know if that 1/8 of an inch made a difference or not. Maybe not, because now it's acting like it's. Yeah, I guess we just won't worry about it. And I cut these out of the magazine. I thought these are so cute, these ladies. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And I thought, you know, I could put her on there. Or I have these other pieces that I cut out of the ephemera that came with this little journal packet. I don't know if there's anything pretty to put on the front. Pockets, we can use those. I don't even see anything else that I would want to put across there, because I think I like her, but right now she's pretty plain on there. Then it doesn't even look like it's an envelope. And I have this little lady. Here we go again. This is my struggle, is to get the right element. choose a lot more colorful, especially with that. And I was thinking, let's see, that's going to be too big. I was thinking of using something like this to go across with the tie. What else do I have that I could do? These are, I could put her in here as a, I like that one to go with it. I feel like it's off balance because it's not, these papers are all sticking out. You know what I mean? It's like I want to push them in. I want something to be a tie. So I may have to make something. Yeah. I like her, but I don't know if I like that card in there, so maybe I will change that out. Look, I'm gonna have to make something now, you guys. Just don't have. Oh, you know what I have is I have these. Look at how tall those are. Let's see. I'm just gonna see how this will look in here if it's cut down. Okay, so I don't think that's going to hit the window, that flower. So I'm going to have to take, let's see, I do that. Just trying to eyeball that to take off this. We'll see what happens. If anybody wants to know who this kit is from, let me know. I'll find the link. I thought it was going to be a little rosier kind of looking. Okay, so now if I can cut this down and still look like it's supposed to. Okay, just cut it down right here. That almost leaves me enough. Go down just a hair more. And there's almost like another little tag. Could put that in there, I guess. Okay, let me get I don't know, I seem to be going toward pink, and I actually kind of wanted to go toward a blue or something, but it's always the way it is. I think this ink will probably, I'll sew around this too. So don't worry about inking it too much. And should we put an eyelet in there? I love those little circles cut out. Okay, so now and I put it away already. Oh, here, I've got this, but I don't know that that's the right color. But anyway, I'll put something like this behind it. Like that. And then it can come over here to the side and tie. So, still not thrilled with the way it looks. But I do like this part. So, I just need to add some lace or oh, wait a minute, where's the girl? I didn't ink her. I need to cut out her. I'm going to worry about cutting that little bit out because she kind of needs that to hold her to the paper. Okay, so let's see, what else? I have all these ladies and they're all just so darn cute. Might be able to use that as a journal card. Okay. All right, let's see. Is there any other paper that would... It's upside down. I don't mind this part down here, but I just feel like it's too plain up here. But this doesn't look bad with the writing. Kind of gives it, let's see, what other, no, I don't like that too much. I really kind of like this. I could take that blue off, but I think that blue looks fine on there. I put my ribbon under here. I'm trying to decide if I to make it a separate piece like this and the ribbon behind it and leave it plain on top. Okay, let me paper clip this together. I do like that part. And this little book should not take, more than a day to complete, an afternoon or something. I've only been working on it not even an hour. So just don't like that part. Okay. Whoops. Oh, my butterflies. Yeah. Okay, what do I do with that doily? Maybe there it is. This is just the it's a doily that hold on, I'm going to get a coffee dyed doily. If I can reach it. I only have one. Okay, so that covers that up. And then if it's, you take the top off, you would have this, which wouldn't look too bad. I can even put a butterfly, the ones that all fell on the floor. Up here. Let's see if that shows there. Yeah. And I'll have a tie or something there. I just don't care for that. Okay, I like that. I'm not crazy about that. Let's see how these roses look. I just want something, if you take this top off, how it will look without anything here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's do this then. Let's glue this down. So much for the front page. Gonna cover it all up. Oh well. I think when I get this done, I'm gonna have to call it a day when I get this top done. Just I can't remember exactly how I was going with this, but okay. This was a fun kit. I used a lot of that in the green journal. Okay, let's put this down. I was going to say, should I cut it in half? I don't, it's not going to show, but it will show. That's the whole point. I haven't put a doily on in a long time. And I was thinking about that the other day, you know, because I've been doing this 5 years, and I'm like, there's so many things I used to do, or I feel like it, you know, on every journal, even beading, putting beads on the ends and stuff. I thought that was a had to. You had to do that, or you weren't making a journal. And then finally I figured out, no, you don't have to use everything like that. Because I am really bad at making beads. My granddaughter made a few for me, and my sister made a few, but I'm out of all of those. And now they kind of look tacky, the ones that I have that are still left. You know, the first time you make them, you go, oh yeah, those are cool. But then you see better beads and better ideas. I was watching somebody do beaded. They did it like a key ring, but it clips onto your purse, this long bead type thing, which was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there, and this is gonna be glued onto here. And if I use those little roses, where did I put them? How funny is it that I can't see them? They have to be here, somewhere close. Well, I don't know where they are, but I'll put them on after. Should I put her on, or should I take those out? No, I'm going to leave them in. I think I'm going to leave it in. I think I'm going to leave her elbow unglued at this point. It's kind of amazing. This book was made in 1925, and the paper is really pretty sturdy, and the oh, wait a minute, darn it. Let's see. I can't stick it onto that. Let me just put this here. I'll just have to go back in there and wait till that dries, and then I'll go back in and touch up. Hopefully it won't stick to the picture there. Never even thought about it. Okay guys, so my next step would be sew in the signatures, and I can do that off camera because you know, you've seen that done several times. I'm going to do the pamphlet stitch, 3-hole, and I'll decorate a little bit on the inside. But I think, you know, you could probably make this in a afternoon actually. If you needed to go somewhere or give somebody a birthday card, this would be so cute. So cute. Yep, I like it. Okay, so, I guess that's it. Oh, there it is. Blended in with those other ones. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to ink that and glue that down. And I'm going to sew around this and put an eyelet or something. Yeah, I think that looks good. Starting to like the kit a little bit more. Yeah. All right. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.